Lately, waiting for a bus seems to take all day.
What's the longest you've ever had to wait to catch a bus?
6 hours, no joke.
6 hours?
Just to get somewhere.
And what did that do to your day?
I wanted to swear.
For disabled commuters like Mangere local Luhama, even when a bus finally comes, she might not get to board.
My worst one was asking a bus driver to kindly let me on. He would sit there for ages, ponder, and goes, "Oh, wait for the next bus." And I'm like, okay, I just want to be treated like somebody that be human and just go places.
Luhama complained to Auckland Transport about that driver, and they were reprimanded. But advocates from the Cerebral Palsy Society say stories like Luhama's aren't unique.
They're a dime a dozen. I've experienced it myself, and it's something that we hear I'd say on a weekly basis.
Widespread disruption in March saw Auckland Transport reach a record low in user satisfaction. Only 1 in 5 riders saying they were happy with the service. And this week alone saw a further wave of cancellations across Auckland bus and train networks, with Mayor Wayne Brown promising to get answers. But what's an inconvenience to most public transport users is devastating to disabled travellers.
Because of the delays that are in place, having to get to these temporary inaccessible bus stops, we miss our connecting travel and then we end up stranded. Being a disabled person who is stranded is really disabling, and that's what knocks the confidence. And then it has that domino effect of, well, I don't want to do public transport again, but there's actually no other option. So the alternative is that they stay home. They just become reclusive.
When disabled Kiwis do make it on board a bus, they can face stigma. Even on this relatively short trip from Luhama's home into Mangere Township.
Here, you can go straight. Why you take bus?
Yeah, but I wanted to take the bus.
How typical is that kind of interaction for you?
Monday to Sunday, every day, 365 days in my life trying to get somewhere. Hi.
Would drivers be asking any other passenger on board if they should be catching the bus? What are they doing catching the bus? These are not comments that any other passenger would expect to have. So it's not acceptable at all for drivers to be treating our people this way.
Newshub Nation asked Auckland Transport about Luhama's experience. It said the interaction was unacceptable and the driver will be reminded all customers are welcome on its services. Despite her frustrations, Luhama keeps up a smile, just hoping her next trip will be better than the last.
You pick your battles and you just go with the flow, and all I'm thinking is, as long as I'm nice and kind to others, they hopefully, cross fingers, they do the same to me.
But advocates like Kotua say the current state of our public transport network just isn't good enough.
Accessibility is a right for all New Zealand citizens. Making something accessible isn't just a disability issue for those poor wretched souls in wheelchairs. It's actually going to lift and be enabling for everyone. It's accessible for mums with babies and prams. It's accessible for your grandma or grandpa with a walking frame, so that it's not just something that those disabled people need.
And in the end, her message is simple.
We want to contribute, we want to be a part of society, so please make that happen for us.